Welcome to Interview with a Lockpicker, brought to you by Broke Picks. Prepare to enter the shadows.
Weird for this.
Yeah,
Never.
I wasn't going to
If you
either.
had not reached out to me and explicitly said something, it never would have crossed my mind.
Yeah.
It never would have crossed my mind. I don't want to be that guy, let alone think I'm that guy. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes perfect sense because that's how I felt. Everybody said, you should go get your interview. And I was like, doesn't somebody come to me if they think I'm important enough for an interview, you know?
Exactly, dude. Who the fuck am I to say?
Yeah. I'm like, nobody wants to listen to me. I'm, I'm an old dirty biker. Who wants to listen to mine? You know?
What the fuck, man? I
Yeah.
could barely put a sentence together, man. Have you seen my videos? Christ, I
Yeah.
didn't talk for the longest time.
Yeah. I had I had my uh channel for like 3 years and I just stalked, after my
Right?
accident and I wanted to get on 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 there and do videos, but I was really self-conscious because after my accident, you'll hear it every once in a while. I'll start to stutter and I lose train of thought. And my first few videos and stuff were, I tried to, I sat there for hours and hours and hours. And then one day I said, and I was like, if I stutter, it's in there. If I
Right.
cuss and drop something, it's in there. And
Right.
I'm going to show everybody the real
Yep.
lot sport, and I'm not going to show
Exactly.
the perfect take so that
Yep.
they realize. Because I even, as dumb as it sounds, fell into the man. I'm never going to be as good as these guys. It never occurred to me at one point that they just didn't do it. That they took the best take and practiced and
Yep.
and I feel a lot of people fall into that, like they feel like they should be better than they are, and they don't realize that you took the best shot out of hundreds.
You know what I compare it to? It's like skateboarding.
Yeah.
When you watch a skate video, you see trick after trick after trick after trick after trick after trick, and they're all cut together. What you don't see is the 30 slams it took to get the one land.
Yeah.
Then they drive for 20 minutes to the next spot and then slam for another 20 minutes and then get one good take.
Yeah.
Same thing. It's the same thing in music. You know what I mean? You hear the hit song, and you're like, well, they just walked into the studio and that just happened. Well, I'm here to tell you, I have an audio engineering degree. I know the history of recording. It hasn't been like that for 30 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Multi-tracking is here and it's here to stay. And there's almost no live recording done anymore.
Yeah.
Everyone does it like that. Everything you consume is produced that way.
Yeah.
Because you can, and there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
You know, it's real easy for me, and I've listened to some of the interviews, and I'm like, God, this is so fascinating because, like, if I would have started this page 3 years ago, I would have done very much like some of your previous interviewers did. Like, so I don't work for the Department of Defense anymore. 6 years ago, I decided to retire from that and go grow weed in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
That was a 50% cut in pay. That's like, but my family's gone. My wife and kids are all gone. It's just me and my dog. So I could sell everything, move to the hood, and cut my expenses as much as possible. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And make it work. And I'm making it work somehow, some way. The pay sucks, but I've never been happier, dude. I work with the coolest fucking people in the world, and everybody loves being there. We're all broke, but we all love what we do. I didn't mean to turn it into a conversation about that, but where did we even start there? I told you I get chatty.
Oh, you're
God,
fine.
what was
Keep
the
going.
question? What was the question?
I don't
uh,
know.
so yeah, I can't remember where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I agree with that 100% because, I've made $1 million. I've lost it. I've blown it up my nose. I've
Right.
got it back again.
I mean,
The happiest I ever was,
that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah. Yeah. Keep going.
the happiest I
Keep
ever
going.
was now. And I got my grandson all the time.
Yeah.
I'm back with my family. I'm back with my kids. I got my motorcycle. I don't have anywhere to tie me down. If I want to just go, I go. Or,
Right. Right.
I mean, sometimes it's tight nickel and dime in it, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I wouldn't trade it for the times I used to walk around with, 5 grand in my pocket just for shits and giggles if I seen something on the
Right.
side of the road I wanted to pick up.
Right. You know, I'll say it again. I was born with next to nothing. And I got almost all of it left. It, another little world that I was a small little cog in. I was about 20. That's where I met my wife, actually. I was working on a horse farm in Ohio.
I worked on
Yeah,
this
right.
farm too.
So it like whenever people do those tell three truths and a lie about yourself, I always include I can milk a cow and I can ride a horse, and then I say something that sounds like would be me, like I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, that's actually where I met my wife. Picking stalls, taking care of her parents' horse. She married the help. But like the one thing I remember is, those people had more money than sense. Like
Yeah.
that was my first introduction to really understanding true wealth. And there wasn't a happy person among them. They were all miserable. They were all miserable. Um, my personal experience with the money, when we were dirt poor before 9/11, man, we were struggling, but we were happy.
Hmm.
We were really, really happy. And then as soon as I got a, quote unquote great job, a lot of money, whatever, uh, that's when shit really started falling apart,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
because
in excess.
I don't care how much you got, it's never enough,
Nope.
it's never enough. I've started over from a backpack before, dude, more than once. So
Me
like
too.
it's whatever. I just said this on Reddit the other day, or maybe it was today. The difference between what you want and what you need is what you can carry on a horse.
No truer
And
words have ever been spoken.
you can modernize that in any way, shape, form you wish, but like all that other shit is just stuff, dude.
Yep.
All the other shit is just stuff. It really is. And if you're thinking about it any other way, man, that's probably the root of your misery, your unhappiness, your anger,
Hmm.
all that stuff. All that comes from want.
Yep. Wanting what someone else has, wanting more than what you have, putting yourself in a position where you can't afford what you have, but it's
All right.
horrible, horrible way to live.
Being motivated by the wrong things, man. That's all it
Yep.
is. Just being motivated by the wrong things.
Yep.
I need to grab a cigarette real quick.
Yep. I've been there.
This is
I've been motivated by the wrong things. I've been motivated by money. I've been motivated by greed, wealth, power. Yeah.
so you said three different things, but they're really all the same thing, aren't they?
Yep.
I mean, isn't it really all just coming down to power
Yep.
ultimately? I mean, and yeah. Wow. Are you recording this, by the way? I hope you're
Yeah.
catching all this
Oh yeah.
because this is good shit.
It
Okay,
is.
good. Yeah. What else? Man, anger's a good one,
Mm-hmm.
dude. Because
Anger
that's
and
that
heat
shit's
it
not
up.
even real. Anger's not even real. You know that, right? Like
Yeah.
that's just that's 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 your reaction to an emotion that you either don't understand or can't handle.
Yep.
Anger is not even emotion. It's a secondary feeling. So it's usually based on shame or fear or something like that. But if you don't know how to deal with with shame or fear, it's going to turn into anger because
Yep.
it generally makes people and things go away so that you're quote unquote dealing with it.
Yep.
But the point is, dude, nobody makes you mad. Nobody makes you mad. No thing, no situation makes you mad. You choose anger each
Yep.
and every single time. That's a conscious or a subconscious choice that you're making. I'm going to be mad about this instead of I'm going to fix this about myself or I'm going to deal with this like this.
Yep.
Taking the easy way out.
It's I had to swallow some really
That
hard
was a hard
pills.
one to learn, brother.
I'm still dealing with it.
That was a tough one.
I'm still
That
trying
was a tough one.
every day. Once I
It's a daily struggle. It's a daily struggle.
once I sat down and really took a look at myself and realized my part in every decision, it was eye-opening.
Yeah.
And I've made it my goal to figure out what my part in any situation is first and make that right before I move on. I may not do it right every time. I'm still learning. It's new to me, you know?
You know, the best part of that is you stop you stop thinking the world's out to get you.
Yeah.
You know, you just once you start, what's my role in this?
Yeah.
Just don't even think about any other role but your own. For one, it's the only thing you can do anything about anyway.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to change anyone and you're not going to change anything. You might as well start with yourself because it's the only thing you can change. Uh, yeah, I mean, that's so true. Truer words than urban spoken.
It's,
I got lost in my thought again. Man,
yeah.
maybe the free flowing thought wasn't the way to go.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I think
I'm
it's great.
kidding. I'm kidding.
This,
No, keep going. This is
this,
great.
this is what I think.
We can try that again if you want. We can try that one again if you want.
No, I'm keeping it all in there. I think this is what it's truly all about, you know? Connection. I think
Yeah,
this
dude.
world has lost connection, and with me, I was never really connected to the world and people. I I was really shy. I was they diagnosed me on the the autism spectrum, and I never liked people. I always just watched, and I
Dude,
think I spent.
I like plants more than I like people.
Yeah, but
I'm way more of a plant person than a people person, dude.
you know, and then someday you sit there and you realize that life is about people and it's about learning about other people so
Yep.
you can grow as a person uh and truly see what the world's about, you know?
Yeah.
I guess.
Coolest thing about learning about people is you're learning about yourself at the same time, and you
Yeah.
just don't realize it
Yeah.
because you're a people. You're a people.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
People love to people watch. They don't realize they're being watched by people watchers too because they're a people.
Yeah.
You know.
So here's something for you. What's your go-to pick?
Man, I love this question because I told you when I started with Southord. I gave 2 Southord sets away trying to get other people into picking. Quickly moved on to my second, what I call professional set of picks. Of course, was the old Sparrows.
Yeah.
That was my first step into what I thought were professionals. And that was only because I was aware of Peterson, right? Some people aren't going to remember this, but I remember when Peterson wouldn't sell to us.
Yep.
You had to either buy secondarily through another supplier or pick something else because
Yep.
Peterson wouldn't sell to us.
Yep.
I bought all of these goddamn Peterson picks from like lockpicks.com or something. I got the big Phoenix set, and then I've just been adding to it over the years. But the relevant answer to your question is I like showing this and saying all of this has not picked half of the locks as this one pick has.
My man. You and me both.
You know, a medium hook and a reasonably thin profile, and I think you can pick 90% of what's out there.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of specialty situations. I'm aware of that. You know, I've been doing this for more than 2 weeks. I get that, but
Yeah.
when it comes down to it, I mean, I really think a reasonable assortment of hooks and a reasonable set of thicknesses, because you know you do want to use the thickest pick you can fit in the keyway.
Absolutely.
Just because you want to maximize your feedback, but if you're feeling the warding, you're not feeling the pin, so go a little thinner.
Yeah.
But well, I don't know. But then I'm not a raker either, so you know I've always been a single pin picker. This has always been about the puzzle to me. This has always been about solving the puzzle, and
I'm the same way.
it's not just about the open. You know, it's not just about the open for me. I totally respect that. You know, fucking McNally's amazing. The fact that he can just look at a fucking lock with a pick in his hand and it snaps open. That fascinates me, dude.
Oh,
I love that kind of
too.
shit. That's just not what I do. And that's what's cool about this, dude, is there's so many ways to do this.
Yeah.
That we can all do it and have fun, man. There's enough room for all of us.
Yeah.
There really is.
Yeah, there is. There's all kinds of avenues you can go down. You can go down, you know, challenge locks. You can go down, key impressioning. You can do single pin picking, raking. There's so much, and I remember when I really realized, because I'm not much of a computer guy, I'm more of a hands-on person. My brain can't figure out software. Hardware I can put together. I can figure anything about hardware. But software, it doesn't have a physical path in my head that it, you know.
Understood, dude. Understood. You know, so again, back to my age and my timing. In the mid to late 80s, I was in high school. I was failing out of high school. I have a GED. I don't even have a high school diploma. I went and got a GED. It was, you know, I got a really good score on it. And whatever. I'm not stupid, but I just didn't have the patience for school.
Yeah. I found that, not to interrupt, I found that in this community, it's that way. I'm the same way. I was bored in school, but I had, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, I have an extremely high IQ, but I hated school, you know?
I think to even conceive of picking a lock, you kind of have to be an atypical personality.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, to pick a lock without needing to pick the lock, like, why?
Yeah.
Well, it's just fucking cool. It's neat to solve a puzzle. You can't see the fucking pieces, and you got to use tools to manipulate them, so you can't even feel the pieces.
I sit there and pick a lot of the time with my eyes closed and picture it. I just picture
man. I just, and I know this. I so know this from my recording school. One of the things our professor would do when we would be hot and heavy in the mix process, right? And you can see it when people are doing it, they turn into visual workers. Like we're working in an audible media, but we're locked into staring at a screen and we're not listening anymore. We're looking and we're editing waveforms and you know, and he would come in and turn off the screen and say, hit playback and tell me what are you fixing?
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm fixed. Right. But can you hear it? I'm not asking you to draw pretty waveforms on a screen. We're not creating visual media here. Nobody's ever going to see that.
Yeah.
Can you hear it? Does it sound right? So that brings me back to I I just did this. I literally just took all of my lower belt keys and separated them because those are all my and put them in a key box
Yeah.
based on a post I saw on Reddit where somebody just out of the blue off commented like, "As sooner you stop looking at the key, the better off you'll be."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Fucking duh,
Yeah.
dude! I know this. I just hadn't realized it myself."
Yeah.
You know. So it took a minute to kind of get used to that, but now I'm already making progress again,
Yeah.
dude, just by not looking at the key as I'm working.
Yeah.
Early on, maybe that's important. So so you familiarize yourself with the landscape that you can't see.
Yeah.
I can see how that's important. Or like when you're learning to read music, as soon as you memorize the song on piano, you don't stop looking at the sheet music. You keep following along with the sheet music because that's how you learn to read music.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's kind of important early on, but yeah, dude, as soon as you can stop looking at those damn keys.
It takes you to another level. And
It did almost instantly,
yeah,
almost instantaneously. And
there's
see, the other journey I'm on is I'm trying to teach my non-dominant hand to.
yeah,
So, I said in the interview, I kept bumping up against the blue wall, right?
yeah,
The blue wall, the blue wall. Anybody who's, and you all know what I'm talking
yeah,
about. If you've made it this far in the interview, you know what I'm talking about. It was either start buying $100 Rucos or figure something else out, or just be happy with where you're at.
yeah,
And, I'd hit that wall more than once, between life happening or this happening and walking away. But a couple of years ago, I was sick of it. I was just tired of it. So instead of just walking away, once I got back banging against that blue wall, I decided to just switch hands.
yeah,
I went all the way back to the beginning and started teaching myself how to pick locks right-handed because I could do that with what I had,
yeah,
you know. And I didn't have the money to build, early on I had a decent income. I built a huge collection of tools. I built a decent collection of locks. I don't have that anymore. So I have to be a lot more frugal.
yeah,
And going back and man, that's probably changed my lock picking more than anything else was switching hands.
yeah,
Going back and that's probably why that dual hand challenge was my first challenge in the first video that I really was kind of taking seriously. I was already there. I was already picking with my offhand.
yeah,
So like that felt like a no-brainer to me. But so I'm almost to the point, like I'm learning dimples now. I just got my first couple of dimple locks not too long ago, and then I ordered is it a green to brown multi-lock set
yeah,
from CFXMA? I think I got those in the right order. If I didn't, I'm sorry, dude. I'm dyslexic.
mhm,
I'll be back to buy more shit. By the way,
mhm,
if you don't know that, go check it out. But anyway, so this is actually happening now. It's to the point now where as I'm learning dimples, I'm able to switch hands. And when I do that, it still slows me down just enough that I don't even know how to put it. I mean, I talked about it with Greyhound, and it's not as simple as just thinking about it with your other brain, I don't think. I think it's something about that is absolute because I'm left-handed,
yeah,
right? So I've always thought with my right brain. But then I've always also had to work with my right hand. So I switch brains a lot.
yeah.
Um,
I'm ambidextrous.
so,
I can do everything I can.
so you know,
Yeah,
so
I
you
used to
know.
sit there and draw pictures with both hands, and
Yep,
uh, I can pick both handed. The only thing I can't do with my left
yep,
hand is throw a ball. I can't throw a football, a baseball, but I bat left-handed.
right.
I box
I think a
southpaw.
lot of I think a lot of that is more eye dominance, really.
Yeah,
I, yeah, I think a lot of that is not that you can't throw. You can obviously throw. It's probably that you just can't aim properly because your eye dominance
yeah,
is different. Because I'm like that. So Greyhound is a lefty, but he when he was a police officer, I think he's already told this story, so I don't think I'm talking out of turn. Uh, when he was when he was on the force, left-handed holsters weren't a thing.
Yep. He was telling me that story.
So you either had to spend hundreds of dollars on the custom holster, and it had to be a duty holster, and there's a lot of requirements for that, or you learn how to carry right-handed and shoot right-handed, and he just
Yep.
did.
Yep.
And that to me seems crazy because I'm left-handed, but I shoot right-handed. I'm right eye dominant, apparently.
Yeah.
I both eyes open, left hand shooting or right hand shooting, and then when I switch to my left, I have to close my right eye to force that left eye to be the aiming eye, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anybody who shoots knows exactly what I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
if you don't, ignore me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's probably eye dominance with the throwing thing because I bat right-handed too, and when I try to turn around and bat left-handed, it's not that I can't swing the bat, it's that I can't hit the ball.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It took me a while to I had to position my feet different so that my head was different, and then I could.
Yes, yes, yes. Yep, crazy. Yep. And that's people don't realize how much your entire body plays into everything. So much of what we do is with our hands, but like we ignore all the body posturing. Almost everything you do is a whole body activity. Picking lock is a whole body activity. I stretch, I meditate, I do breathing exercise, or I ever sit. If I don't, it doesn't go nearly as well.
Yeah.
It just doesn't. Um, I feel like, I mean, I'm not there, but I feel like if I'm going to have to sit down and pick a lock for 30 or 40 minutes when I eventually get to this high security stuff, I'm going to need some stamina,
Yep.
you know? So
Yep.
it's probably a good idea to start thinking about that stuff now.
Yep.
That's why I practice in sets. I don't just sit down and pick a lock. I've got 8 of the lower belted locks, and I'll pick through a whole set of 8 with my left hand, and then I'll go smoke a cigarette, come back, and do all 8 with my right hand.
Yep.
Maybe do it twice because I'm trying to build up the reps on my right hand.
Yep.
And that's before I ever pick up a lock that I'm really working on.
Yep. And
Just trying to build stamina.
Yeah, I started way before this was really a thing, and I didn't have a vise. I never picked with a vise until probably a year ago. I picked everything in
I
hand.
had to start. I started with a vise because I'm left-handed. That's the only reason. It's the only reason.
Yep. So that fatigue is
Real.
yeah. And that stiffness, I would sit there for hours and hours and hours, especially back in the day when I was doing a lot of things I shouldn't have been doing. I'd sit there.
We're all there.
I remember it took me 16 hours and I did not stop to get through this S&G, the padlock, the 80. No,
Is that environmental?
no, not the environmental, the U.S. Military lock, with the green.
Oh, the big honking lever thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And if I would have recorded that, I was the first one to get to crack that dial. I wish I would have recorded it, but it is what it is.
Right.
But
I mean, all the people, that's a good mention. Like, that's another thing I think people take for granted. Like, we're all hanging out in forums with people who are getting world first opens, folks.
yeah,
Like, take advantage, man. You don't realize you're hanging out with the best lock pickers in the world.
yeah.
Period.
And for the longest time, as funny as it sounds, I was like, man, I'm up there. I'm up there. And then
I think we all had that thought at least once in our career. We're like, man, I might be too bad at this.
yeah, I might be
okay at this.
And then freaking
If you want a humility check, just go look at the leaderboard and see how many there.
Yeah. And see.
Yep. The race to the top is over. We all lost. The race to be the fastest is over. We all lost. So if you're in it for anything like, you're in the wrong sport, bud.
Yeah.
If you're not in this just to have fun,
yeah,
I don't know.
Because I
Go
always
play golf.
I always want to be the best at whatever I do. and if it
That's a
interests me,
drive. I get it, dude. Yeah.
and then
I gotta be happy. I gotta be happy with being the best I can be
yep,
at this. You
that's
know what I mean?
exactly it.
And I'm thrilled with my approach. You know what I mean? I'm slow. I'm methodical, and I'm not in a hurry to rush through the belts. You
Mhm.
know, I'll probably get the blue here in the next within the next month because I'm finishing up my challenge lock now. Then it's getting the lock open and getting it on film. That'll probably be where I crest for a while, you know,
Yeah.
because the blue wall's real,
Oh yeah,
folks.
it
Like
is.
that's a real barrier.
Oh, I've spent
And
tens of
I'm gonna feel my way
thousands.
around the blue belt for a while and get as many blue belts under my belt, pun intended, as possible
Yep,
before I even think about trying to move on to purple. I'm not in a hurry, dude. You know,
yep, and
like I
that's
said,
where
the
I've
race is
made a
over.
mistake.
I'm just trying to learn.
Yep, I I
And
tried to
have
when I
fun.
finally decided to do the, belt system, and that was when I started my, YouTube, because I thought it would connect
Yeah,
more with people. Because
right. It's a forcing function,
yeah,
and it's helped.
I was like, "Dude, I've already picked all this shit," you know?
Mhm.
I was like,
Mhm.
"I picked this shit before you guys even knew what it was," you know? And
Right.
I was
No,
like
I get it, dude. I get it.
and then
I get it.
I learned so much from that system. I mean, I personally have my differences with the LPU, but they're a great resource. A great um I can go
A
there,
repository of information.
yep, information, they got it down to a system where I was just going all over the place. My first
Yep.
dimple lock was
Yep.
a second degree black belt. I sat there for 6 hours and I picked it because one of my buddies thought it'd be funny. I was like, I just got my first dimple set. He's like, all right, I'll send you one. He sends me that. I sat there. I would not give up. I have no idea how I opened it. And I was like, oh my God, I opened it. And I was like, I got to disassemble this. And I went, ping. It took me 10 years to get the pieces to back together. It was
Right. Yeah.
what was it? It was a Sergeant and Queso. It was oh my God. It was a nightmare. But my first dimple lock was a you know, a black belt too. And then I had to go back and actually learn it, because after that I couldn't
Mhm.
get shit. I couldn't get nothing, and,
Right. Right.
but
There's something to the naivete early in this. Um, so there's a lot to be said for knowing that something can be done, right?
yeah,
Like, like once Tony Hawk did the 900 for the first time, then everybody could,
yeah,
all of a sudden. Well, there's something to knowing that something can be done,
yeah.
right? I think it's just as true that there's something to not knowing that you can't do it,
That's
if
kind of
that
what I
makes
was
sense.
getting at, If you don't
You know
tell
what I
me,
mean,
yeah,
man? If you don't have that artificially imposed limitation in your mind, man, there's a limit to what you can accomplish, bro. Like,
yeah,
there's really not.
that's
Somebody
so true.
opened all of these locks for the first time,
Yep,
and all the information they had was that it couldn't be done,
yep,
and they did it anyway.
yep,
So, I really think there's something to be said for not knowing that you can't do it.
yep,
I think you're onto something there, man.
yeah.
I think you're hitting on a truism that not a lot of people talk about.
And I try to get my mindset back to that when I struggle with something,
Yeah.
and it's hard. It's got to almost come uh naturally, like not expecting it. If you tell yourself it, then you've lost half the battle. You just got to try and clear your mind and get to that, and just go at it.
So
And
so inner dialogue, dude, that's so tough.
yeah, yeah,
That's always where imposter syndrome comes from,
yeah,
is that inner dialogue. It always comes from that. I've had to work on that so hard over the last decade, being my own worst critic. Because look, man, somebody said something. Look, I'm going to be honest. None of this shit is mine, dude. I didn't figure any of this shit out.
Yep.
Right? I got everything I'm saying came from someone else.
Yep.
And I'm just not that goddamn smart. I just remembered it. That's it. So shit, there I lost my fucking point again. Where were we?
I think
God damn it.
I think you were getting at humility, maybe.
Dude, I told you I get chatty. Sorry.
I do too.
Sometimes I lose my mind.
Oh,
Yeah, this is part of getting old.
yeah,
You know,
getting old.
I'm okay with it.
Traumatic brain.
This too. This is a part of it too. You know, the macular degeneration.
Oh, God, you guys don't even really want to see what I'm doing if I tear disassemble a lock, or I'm looking at something. I got my fucking flip down visor with the flip down fucking things, and I'm like
Right.
looking like a brain surgeon.
Yup. Yep. I'm right there with you, my friend. So I remember when red dots weren't first came on the market, you know,
Yeah.
and we were all like, fucking red dots, what the fuck? That's for people who can't aim, man. What the
Yeah.
fuck? And then fast forward 20 years and my eyes, red dots for people who can't fucking see, dude.
Yeah. That's why
when the
that's when
front
I
sight
started
becomes a
carrying.
blur, you'll be thankful they make red dots, dude.
I finally, because I've carried for a long time. I lived a dangerous life. I made poor
Yeah.
decisions.
Oh, dude, stop there. Pause there for a second because I want to get this out. I'm so glad you said that. Dude, beware of old men leading dangerous lives.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, bro. Like, yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm sorry to interrupt, but go on with that. That's a true wisdom I had to get there.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think that means, dude?
Yeah. So I always carried 1911s, 45,
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
And a couple years ago, I was like, if something happens, I ain't gonna hit shit, you know. So I went and got
Right.
me a Smith and Wesson Governor, so I could put them
Yeah.
410 rounds in there. So if I just go this way, nothing over there after I pull the trigger is going to,
Right.
all I got to
Fire
do
in that general direction.
yeah, I don't got to hit
Yeah.
nothing, you know, just yeah. So,
And people always, not always, but every once in a while that question comes up. Why do people put shotgun shells in revolvers?
so when you got a
You
problem
gotta
over
ask, you
there,
don't know.
you just got to swing it over. You don't even got to look, just pull.
Right.
And that
Yeah.
problem is
Yeah.
gone.
It's at least slowed down and deterred for a second.
Yeah.
You got room to reassess.
Yeah. Because I'm not 2-1, 2-1,
Right, right. Yeah.
I'm like,
I'm
is that
just
a
not that
person over
fast
there or is
anymore.
that a bush? God forbid it's at
I
nighttime.
know.
I can't even drive at nighttime. We're flying.
Oh, dude, if it's raining at night, I just stay home, bro. If it's raining at night, I just stay home.
Oh,
I'm not going anywhere. I'll walk. Fuck it.
yeah.
I'm not crashing my car in the rain at night because like I can't even see the fucking lines.
Yeah.
Like
What lines? You don't
lines?
need lines.
There's lines?
You just listen to either gravel or horns beeping.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Um,
But
what else should we cover? God damn. This is fun, man. I enjoy this. Again, if you're on the fence, dude, this is what it is. We're just hanging out and talking.
yeah.
There's no reason not to come in and give an interview.
Yeah.
This is It's like I've never met you before, but we're already having a conversation like we've been friends for years, and
Yeah, and
that's
I found that so much in
because
this community.
it's because we're almost like because we have. It's not just locks and lock picking that we have in common. It's everything
Yeah,
that brought us to locks and
yeah,
lock picking that we have in common.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That's why first order friendships are so strong because it's not just the topic that you're friends about. It's everything that brought you to that topic.
yeah,
And this is such a deep topic. There's a lot of things, man. It's a lot. There's a lot of paths.
yeah.
There's a lot of roads